What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another hrisC of Rain reaction. Today we have Reign of hrisC, which I know is a tribute to Chris, which is awesome. Exotic and my executive producers wanted me to listen to this one because I've always talked about how much I love Chris's work and how much I've really appreciated how Stavros has been making an insane addition to this game as kind of the replacement for Chris. So having a song that is a tribute to him by the new guy, that's just beautiful. And I also love the meme of Reign of hrisC and then that being hrisC of Rain. If you were to turn it around, fucking A+ work there. So I'm gonna hear what this song has in store, and without further ado, let's go. I'm kind of expecting this to sound a little bit more like Chris's work since it's a tribute. Maybe it's just like a collection of motifs and such, but that's just my initial thought going in. Stick into that tried and true atmosphere building. Always the best option. Ooh. I feel like I recognize that. That sounds so familiar. Maybe that's something he borrowed. It could just be me assuming, but so far it definitely feels a lot like Chris's work. That moody attitude. Yeah, he's really playing around here. Kind of throwing synths around the ears. Very Chris-like of him. Love that off-time ride bell. Even the solo is moody. Woo. I'm adoring the drum kit on this. It's such a fun drum part. Again, the attitude is there, even in the kit. It's just all over the place. It's oozing out. Oh, man. What an homage, dude. You could have fooled me with this one and told me that Chris never left, and I would have believed you. He's doing such a good job at paying him the respect he deserves for the sound he crafted. I really do wonder if this is some sort of a motif that hrisC used, or if it's just inspired. Again, could very well be. I love how it just sits there with it, you know? He doesn't try to evolve it too far, too fast. It's just so good. Maybe he's working towards an outro here. Sounds like things are moving. Yep. Okay. Oh, maybe? Yeah, okay. I was like, there's a possibility he could come back in with like one more surprise, but I didn't know. I am sure that there are like a million motifs I missed in here because I have heard a few songs from this game, not all of them, and the ones I have heard, I've heard with large gaps between each, so my memory is not going to be the best. I'm really most confident on that dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. It just sounds so familiar for whatever reason. Maybe it's just the one thing that's like really latching onto my memory there, but I'm sure like every solo in here was probably some sort of a motif to some other track. It would be the most sensible thing, and why the song sounds so much like hris's work, to just be like, hey, you know, I'm paying him homage, I'm trying to do a tribute, why not literally do that by just borrowing little bits and pieces of everything and putting it into a mixer and making a cake out of it, a beautifully delicious cake. It is so good. Again, Stavros is an amazing composer, really has handled the songs I've heard brilliantly well, bringing in a new vibe of more like cinematic feel to the game soundtrack, and that's awesome because hris's music, awesome as well. Definitely had more of like a video game sort of aesthetic to it, where Stavros definitely brings in more of that cinematic vibe, and I adore that as well. Definitely not a downgrade in my opinion. He's doing a fantastic job, and the fact that he has so much respect for hrisc that he did this. So it's like, yeah, of course, I've said it before, this game is in great hands with his work in here as well, and even down to the point that he has tried to emulate that core concept of the song, that general feel of the soundtrack that hrisc has already made the identity around, and not trying to just abandon that and do his own thing while still having a little more essence of himself in there. I've talked about that again in a few other videos with Stavros's music. It's just really fucking good. And for this one, again, probably because it's mostly motifs, sounded so much like hrisc, more than ever before. And it's just like, god damn, it really just makes you feel it, you know? I haven't had like the experience the actual gaming community has had with hrisc of Rain 2. I've never personally played it, but I have heard a good chunk of the OST at this point, and damn if it isn't a brilliant OST. And just, again, the showering of respect coming from Stavros onto hrisc on this one, down to the naming convention, I still love that. Such a creative way to just throw him in there permanently, like now you are part of the lore, congratulations. It's just so good. I actually kind of wonder if he didn't even like emulate hris's like mixing and mastering standards, because that felt a little bit different in this one as well. Maybe it's just because of the familiar sounds that it just kind of lands in an area that feels more like hrisc, but it really feels like even down to the DNA of this song that he was like, I'm going to emulate everything hrisc brought to the table, literally down to the mix and everything. The placement of the synths sounded so on point that it's like, I really wonder if he was like, I'm going to listen to every single bit of hris's OST and get that toned down straight into the nitty gritty details of the technical side and make sure I don't fuck this up. Because I'm sure with this community, if you had messed up any sort of a tribute to hrisc, they would have been like, what the hell is this? Even though I doubt he would ever do that. From what I've understood by reading comments, apparently they're friends and have worked together for years, to the point where hrisc is like the one who got him the job for hrisC of Rain. So it would be shocking if he didn't know his work and sound and want to pay him that respect. But damn, if he didn't do it, this is brilliant. And even though it is probably very much just sampling Chris's works, again, I'm kind of assuming that with all of the solos and everything, it's probably mostly motifs that he's brought in. That doesn't mean that he didn't apply them in a beautiful way that's totally his own while still paying all of that respect. Fucking top tier shit. I love this. Stavros, you've earned my respect a few times ago, like a few songs ago, but if you didn't have it then, you definitely have it now. Fantastic work here. But I think that'll be about it for this one, so thank you all so very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you want me to get to something else from hrisC of Rain or anything else, by all means, drop in the comments below and I will do my best as always to get to those. Or if like hrisC did, you want to guarantee that I listen to something, you can always go to my Patreon or my YouTube memberships where there's a tier that will force me to listen to whatever you want. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad, if it's from this game or from something else entirely, that is up to you. It doesn't really matter to me, but if you don't want to do any of that, maybe just want to follow me and support me for more stuff coming in the future, you know how to do all that, and I'll see all of you in the next video. Goodbye!